Hi everybody, it's time for another J9’s Patio Chat check-in. Out on the patio, it's a very warm day in Halifax. We certainly do have humidity here, but nothing like other parts of the country. I'm sending out lots of love to my friends and family in BC. They are hitting record numbers, and again, I know what we have here isn't, for some, is probably not great either, but it's a whole new thing going on out there. So I'm happy that I can sit on my patio and actually get a little bit of a breeze, and the humidity actually out here isn't completely swallowing me. So just want to send that shout out to people. Before I do the birthdays, I just finished a couple of minutes ago watching the France-Switzerland game in the Euro Cup. Oh my God, it went into penalties. So tied 3-3, the game tied at 3-3, and then it went 5-4 in penalties, and Switzerland won. Oh, I was on the edge of my seat. I was going for France, of course. So they're going to the quarterfinals. Switzerland is going to the quarterfinals. Anything can happen, and I have to save my energy. I can't get all my blood pressure rising for this game because I still have my Game 1 Habs Lightning game to watch tonight. Blaine and I, we're ready. I am going to wear my jersey, even though it's warm. Bring the fan out to the living room. Anyway, that's where we are with Euro. Oh, I should have said spoiler alert, but I know usually anybody that is watching, I already talked to my friend Robin, for example. She was recorded the game. I didn't want to, I'll just let her know not to watch. I'm sure she wouldn't at this point anyway. And yeah, so hopefully I didn't spoil it for anyone that was recording it, but usually people check in on that stuff. You guys know I watch Euro Cup, so. Birthdays. It is my Aunt Flo's birthday today, and I haven't seen Aunt Flo for years. And that's actually, like, yeah, it sounds weird to say that. I would have saw her last, oh my God, I guess it was the family reunion. Yeah, which was like 6 years ago. Because we were supposed to, it's every 5 years, we were supposed to have it last year and we couldn't, and of course we're not having it this year either. So I hope Aunt Flo in Ontario is having a wonderful birthday. She won't see this, but lots of my family will that know her and love her. It is my friend Sharon's birthday, my former work wife at FAC, so I hope she had a great birthday. I know her and her husband Julian got their second dose of their vaccine on the weekend, so hopefully she wasn't experiencing too many side effects today and she was able to enjoy her birthday. It is Gary Paul's birthday, and I met Gary when I worked at First Nations Inuit Health. So Gary, I hope you're having a great birthday. It is Julia's birthday, and I know Julia through Adam, her husband Adam. So Adam and my brother went to school together, and my dear friend Jane is Adam's sister. And so I know Julia and Adam and the kids, and they're over in Newfoundland. They're over in Western Newfoundland where my family is. And I hope you had a great birthday, Julia. I was thinking about you today and about a random memory where you brought me birch beer one year, and that was so great. So I hope you're having a great day. And it's Hannah's birthday, and Hannah is Rob and Mary's daughter, and I did a wonderful shout out to Rob and Mary for their anniversary. They are like the lovebirds of the century, so they're in our Liverpool club, and I've met Hannah a few times because she's come out to watch the games. So I hope, Hannah, you're having a wonderful birthday. And last week, Celeste and Chelsea turned 8. They're twins, and that is Jen and Tim's girls, and I met them through my brother. So I hope they had a great birthday. I just saw that you did that post, Jen, so I wanted to send them out a happy birthday. So, last week of school here in Nova Scotia, I think in a lot of places, I mean, it's the end of June, I want to send a huge shout out to all the teachers, administrators, anyone in the school system. I grew up with 2 parents who were teachers, and my mom finished her career as a secretary for the Cape Breton District Local. She was there for years. So I have a huge appreciation and understanding of the school system, and it changed a lot over the years from when my parents were active teachers until later, because my dad retired when he was 55. But I saw the time and care and effort that both of my parents put in during a regular year. So I can only imagine during a pandemic what you went through. So all the love and shout out to teachers, educators, people that are keeping our kids learning, to the kids for sticking with it. I'm sure it wasn't easy. And of course to the parents for supporting them. And I know a lot of you were working from home and negotiating with your kids, doing their school learning. I can't imagine any of it, so just a big shout out to all of you. Well done, you survived. I know it was not easy, so kudos to all of you. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm so enjoying seeing all the graduation photos and all the celebrations. People, of course, are still not able to celebrate fully in the same way they'd like to. Today, actually, speaking of celebrations, I was able to attend the Pride flag raising down at Government House. And because, of course, of COVID restrictions, they were only able to let 25 people inside. So the rest of us had to, when I say inside, I mean outside, but inside the space where the flag would be raised. So the rest of us were outside the gates. But there was sharing of personal stories. It was really beautiful. And I actually meant to post a picture, which I haven't done yet, but hopefully I'll get a chance to do that a little later. So happy Pride, everyone. And it is Joel and Reagan's anniversary. And Joel and I went to high school together, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful anniversary. Just looking here to see, make sure I didn't miss anything. Today, in terms of history, on June 28th, 1981, 1 month before he turned 23, Terry Fox passed away. And that's so hard to think about now. It's just even all this time later. But, you know, Terry Fox left quite a legacy behind in our world, as you all know. And I'm sorry that I'm looking here. I thought I wanted to make sure I didn't misspeak. I don't think I did, but I just wanted to make sure that I was right about 1981, because I actually wrote 1991, which I know is not right. Yes, 1981. I made a mistake, but I wanted to make sure I corrected it properly. So, yeah. Terry Fox leaves quite a legacy behind, and his family has done a wonderful job of keeping that legacy alive. And I don't think anyone will ever forget Terry Fox. Special place in all of our hearts. So today, for Indigenous History Month, I wanted to talk about something that happened today, or related to Indigenous communities. And it is the ending in Newfoundland of a controversial practice announcing birth alerts. Just going to get it so I can make sure. I'm just going to read. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read a couple of things from it. I had it, of course. You know how I am. I'm ready, and then I'm not ready. And admittedly, it is a little warm out here. But that's okay. So what I wanted to highlight is the article. So I'll share this with you. Newfoundland ending controversial practice that's led to newborns being seized from mothers. And so birth alerts have been widely criticized for disproportionately affecting Indigenous women. And this is something that was addressed in the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women report, and also in Truth and Reconciliation. So in keeping with the recommendation in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls Inquiry, the Department of Children, Seniors and Social Development will discontinue the practice of sending birth alerts to hospitals as of June 30th, 2021. Birth alerts can lead to the apprehension of newborn babies without the mother's consent or consultation, and this has disproportionately affected Indigenous communities. And it's been many times called to be a racist practice because there has been a lot of questions about the Indigenous people's ability to raise their children. And unfortunately, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick are still following this birth alert, so hopefully they will follow in the footsteps soon, and that won't be happening anymore. I also wanted to share, and I will share, a link to COVID Indigenous today, and it talks about a few things. I know I already talked about this, but it highlights a few additional things that you can do on July 1st to recognize Indigenous people and to learn more about the history and about the present day situation, including films and, of course, reading the TRC calls to action. So I will send a link to that as well. So I think I'll leave it there. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of others. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.